This is Dr. Gino Dean of the Universal Telestatistics Institute. I'm here with at One Tree Hill, formerly Maunga KK location, with King John, Moai, royal descendant, and founder of the Moai Powerhouse. We're here to tell the story of the real story behind the One Tree Hill, and we will also point out the obelisk, but we want to get started at this point on One Tree Hill. So please, King John, can you just share the story?
Yes, sure.
And the meaning of the plaque?
Yes, sure. First of all, today is Saturday, the 26th of September, 2015.
July.
July
20.
2015. I just want to show a bit of history of this chief that's on this gravesite. Yeah, that's been buried over, and John Campbell put in the chief's place. So it wouldn't be told that way before. So we're going to prompt the British again. What has happened here with the Australian and Union government doing this to the chief. It's connected to the Manukau settlement harbour, Manukau Harbour, straight to England, Westminster, with the Manukau Land Company from England, straight to Manukau Harbour where they first came in 1840, landed here, and then this plaque marks this particular spot where John Campbell bought this urupa, or gravesite, of all the chiefs buried here, dug them out and put him there in their place as the chief of the whole of Auckland. So I'm here today to put the whole chief back and reinstate the native here before he came and bought this place off the chief through the government in Wellington. So it's marred the history very much so on buying, selling land from what they did here. This is the first title to Britain here. And came through the Manukau Harbour to Simon, Captain William Simon Street in Auckland. So that's Captain came here, surrogate king from England, from the King William. I'm here to talk for the King William as his surrogate, King William IV. To this title, the connection between Britain and here, overriding the Australian title that John Peel was. So, a very important time of this period when the laws are changing, and we have to go back to the original title and re-establish back to Westminster. While there's big changes going on in Westminster and Vatican City. But I'm here to tell you that this is the prominent chief from right down the Waikato, right up to the Parapara harbour, and at that time, when all the fighting was going on, this was the biggest fighting chief that's been buried by the Crown's native mound over this original native not Maori that only came out in 1945 war period. This is the real chief that's been forgotten, buried over, this is his gone, still there. So just want to start off with this and link it to the other Manukau mountain, to this Manukau Heads One Tree Hill, No Tree Hill, big lot, change the project about selling land.
King John, I need to ask you, can you give me more information about the chief? And I'm going to get a little bit closer so we can hear it a little bit better. So, yeah, we've got a little wind, but and I want to zoom in.
Zoom there.
Yeah, just get a little bit closer so you can see it.
You can ask me whatever.
Okay. Yeah. But first I want to pinpoint, this is where we were at Mount Eden. Mount Eden. Okay, that was Mount Wellington.
That's Mount Wellington. Mount Eden's across the other side.
Right here.
It's around the corner.
Oh, around the corner.
Over there. Okay. That's Mount
there's
Mount
okay.
Eden. So that's the treat point for the survey mark.
Okay.
And this is the burial ground, the main settlement of this chief. Okay? The main settlement of this chief is here at that time. So all we're doing is re-establishing him and his plaque. That's missing. The government has put it away with the large Whātua plaques and hidden it. And I've made another duplicate to put here to bring the other one, new one back and establish his title over this land. Okay? This had a steel fence around his gravesite was here, and this wasn't here. So the Ministry of Government bought the land, the then John Logan Campbell. You'll read off his plaque afterwards of what happened at that time when he bought and sell land with that survey mark, okay, with the survey mark on their titles, and bought the whole burial site, then dug them all out, dug all the chiefs out, and put their chief here. Okay, so the plaque has the right history, the British will acknowledge this as being the New Auckland title at that time when all these lands were sold as bush, not surveyed, but that survey mark over there. The British put that there. The Australian and New Zealand government at that time, was government in exile, sold the land with no survey mark. They had no sovereignty right to sell these lands. The British seized the land and put their titles. So I'm doing the British titles, and the other Ngāpuhi people up the north are doing the Queen's titles. I'm doing the King's titles. King William IV put these titles together at that time, and this chief is the same period of time as King William IV. He was around at King William IV period.
Could you tell us a little bit about what happened with a lot of the chiefs, the beheadings, and where their heads are located to take the mana away? But what King Kawharu, Chief Kawharu did to...
Okay, so Chief Kawharu was hidden so that they wouldn't take him as his scalp as title to the land.
Scalp or the whole head?
Scalp, head.
They cut the
scalp.
The head,
yeah,
the whole head.
Chiefs, yeah.
Scalp is the top of it.
Oh, the whole head.
The whole head.
Most of the tribes that fought with the colonial forces, they took their heads of their chiefs back to England. They're starting to come back now and be returned. But that's their story to tell from each hapu that got their chief's head. So they put their mana back into their land. So
the reason why they cut off the heads is to take the mana. And what does mana mean for those that don't understand?
Mana is the power of title to the land, the ultimate power of the hapu native. It really is the authority, the legal authority in today's time, but the native authority over the land customary.
So the British, in their wars and battles, they cut off the chiefs' heads and then placed them in London. And where are they located now?
They're back with the tribes.
They're all back with the tribes?
Yeah.
But where did they place them when they did take them?
They buried them back on the Whenua land.
No, in England, didn't they?
Oh, they put them in a museum.
Do you know the name of the museum?
Yeah, the London Museum.
They were displayed, the whole heads?
Yeah, with the Moai statue. Okay? The Moai statue, the Tahitian Moai statue from East Island is there. They took that in 1868 as our mana, our power over the authority over those lands in the Pacific, right Pacific, with the Moai, and they took the heads back to England as prized possessions on Admiralty, court-martial law, King's title. Okay?
So with the hapu, they've been able to get the heads back into the right hapu
Yeah.
Wanoa. But the Moai statue still exists,
Yes.
and that exists where?
That's in the Queen Elizabeth II Great Court in London Museum, and so that's why I'm going there to bring them home. Okay, because they've taken the mana out of East Island and all the culture, and also the heads from here, from the chiefs to disempower them and take the power and mirror us around them. The Crown Corporation, right? The Crown Corporation did this to this grave. You're walking over everybody. This is how they disregarded a chief's title. These are all chiefs were buried around here, all the way down this hill. They're still somewhere in there. And the old chiefs gave me the authority to bring justice back to the Hapu, the Manukau tribes, the biggest tribe at that time, from the heads at Manukau Settlement. The Manukau Land Company in Scotland put these titles in the will together. All the titles that they had in the world, they put together. They're going to leave England, Britain, and take their titles with them. That's what Cameron's fighting on. When they go, their copyright titles go too. So we're linking that back before they do that. Before they do that, to establish our original titles to Britain, the Britain UK. Okay? So that's a link connection between the king on this side, creditor, and the queen on this side, the debtor. Okay? So the queen has gone and corrupted.
And we're going to address that a little bit later, but can we point out some other locations here?
Yeah.
And also the obelisk memorial.
Okay.
So I'm going to follow you.
Okay. I should have really imported the Confederation flag. Here's his gravesite of Jack Campbell, Logan Campbell.
Let's go this way.
So he bought these land of their own government with this chief that we want to actually place that back to replace that.
That's where the actual plaque
This should be there, and that chief there is the Ngāpuris. He's all right, he's the chief. They put the chief there over him down below. Down below. Tahiti, Britain. Okay? We had to put this fella back here from his gravesite. So they deliberately put the footpath over the gravesite to get up the top here. Okay? So they have.
Do you mind sitting down here so I can?
Oh, I'm going to stand over here.
Okay. Where are you going to stand?
Okay. Okay, I'll put this over here. And explain that this should be there.
Sit down, please? Yeah, I can capture it a little bit better. Okay.
So this is the native customary title to the Auckland area. It was called the province of Auckland, which stretched down to Gisborne, across to Taupo, and up to Whangaroa, and the west coast here, Coromandel on the other side. On the other side, sorry, Cleveland, all the way up there. So that's how big that middle island, what they call Munster, and the South Island, the other Munster. But this was the chief at the time of King William IV period. He was there alive at the same time as this chief. 1835 Declaration of Independence founded this country on these chiefs. In 1840 they used the 1835 to make their 1840 contract. Right? This is the King's contract, then the Queen's contract is up at Waikato. But this is connected to the Manukau tribes men at Manukau Heads at Puhi, a place called Kupe, the first settlement way back before 900 AD. Ngāpuhi's chief, 900 AD. Around about that time, Ngāpuhi chief Kupe is part of what we're doing here. As Tainui, Waikato, Ngāpuhi and Ngāti are the same brothers
Okay.
of these titles.
And is that the chief, the Ngāpuhi chief?
Yeah, that's the Ngāpuhi chief. You can see that he's higher than this guy. This guy's buried here, but he's up there, looking down this way. But these guys got the power of the mortgage that bought this land off that man. Okay, so I'm saying the way the corporate government set up was to sell land, including gravesites of our title. He's got his title here now, and the chief's title.
Who's he? Can you get more specific about John Campbell?
Sir John Logan Campbell was on the council here, and he purchased...
Which council? The City of Auckland Council?
Onehunga Borough Council at that time, before it became the Mount Eden Borough Council to Auckland City Council. They're responsible for this plaque being missing off that stone gravesite, which had steel fence around it. They knocked the fence over, dug all the chiefs out of here, and put him there. We've got issues with that. Not to compensate, but to reinstate the title chief back to his land. That's what's missing. That's why they're in disarray of who is what with the land. They said that the Maori own the land, but everything above it, the other people own the interest. But it had to come from somewhere. The King in England gave the authority for them to sail from there to here to find new land. And so they came here, the Australians were here already, with no authority to be here, with their sovereignty. They had to get their own sovereignty to here. So they confiscated all these titles up north, and all of those then reissued them under this law. So that's what I'm saying about the origination of these titles were the Manukau Land Company from Glasgow put together all the titles in the world and sailed the seas under King William IV. For here and everywhere else with the Scottish titles. The Scots are going to leave England, take their titles with them. England will be in trouble. That's what the Queen wants to disassemble Westminster and operate from EU Parliament in Brussels. So we have to hurry up before they change the goalposts and put these chiefs back where they're supposed to be to save ourselves and save them. So very important to get this out in the arena, global arena, to let them know what's going on before, during and after where we're going to, from where we came from. Britain came in here from that harbour, their ships came in here, the Brilliant and Osprey, and dropped their people and their immigrants over there and sold them bush with no titles. Sold them bush there. They said, where's our titles? There was none. They just had to survive. And so that's how Auckland starts. From that title, Manukau to this guy. So that's going to go like that.
Well, and when you go to London and reclaim the title, starting with 1 bar, 61 Cook Street, and you're successful with that, what you're seeing as the outcome here, One Tree Hill, to reclaim the actual burial sites of the chiefs. And is Sir John Campbell actually buried here?
Yep.
Or is it?
Yeah.
He's actually buried. That's his.
Yep. This is his land. This is not the chief's land. In the commerce of legal titles from this Scottish title that made them to a bank instrument for them to buy land anywhere and sell and buy. And the chief's gravesite didn't mean a thing. They just dug them out and threw them into John Robertson's ploughman, custom. Hey, that's all the story I got off the old before they died. The chiefs gave me everything to put together and address the issues here. So it's really up to the people to see and decide. Not for me to decide what happens with it as it is now. So it's very, very difficult to just go and pull it down to this day without a bit of a fight. So but we're saying Kupe is at 900 AD, and so that's fixed. The British have got that history to link the Ngāpuhi chiefs to their titles. And I've got the Moai statute back to 300 AD to go over the top. Okay, from the Tahiti title, right there, to Ngāpuhi, to the Kupe, added up the same thing. And we've got our memorial, Moai statute, to sitting in London. London, New York, Washington DC, Chile, New Zealand. We're going to the museum after to show you a real moai. Is up there. And the one up in Dunedin.
Yeah. Yes, and we'll trace that in our looking at the specific locations and tying in the Moai statue, which is located in the North Island, South Island, London, and other powerful places. So we'll connect those dots. Can you also share you had, at the last location on Mount Eden, where the survey instrument is, you indicated that John Cameron is actually related to Sir John Campbell?
Yes.
Could you go into more depth on that one?
Okay. With King William IV, John Cameron, David Cameron, has claimed to be
David Cameron.
David Cameron has claimed to be a direct descendant of King William IV. It so happens that his real surname is Campbell, this one. Okay, so there's a link between what they're doing with John Keys to hold their titles to their own estate, property, equity, and wealth away from the public who don't know that it's their land and resources that they're using these instruments to keep taking from people which we represent the king. King's people, common people. What was the other question you want to answer?
Well, I just wanted more of the connection with David Cameron and
sorry.
John Campbell.
Okay, so John Campbell, the Campbell name is up at Waitangi. The Campbell name is here in Auckland. The Campbell name is on the East Coast. So the Campbells are in our family, in the Manukau family, the Wanoa family, and all the other chiefs up there.
The Campbells were originally missionaries, or
the Campbells are. I'm not too certain about missionary.
Okay.
But all I know is they've got their name on the land in their memorials.
Okay.
And anything that's got an obelisk.
An obelisk.
An obelisk at Waitangi, Te Marae, the old marae, is their title. And so the Freemasons got obelisks too. So everywhere they've gone and stuck them, they say, well, that's our land. Really, they're only using them as instruments to borrow money from the banks. That's all they are, paper titles. But they're not addressing the issue of who did they get it off, whose authority got them here from that country to this country, and you'll end up on King William IV, because he's the one that created the Admiralty to get the bank loans and the titles here and everywhere else. So the Campbell, David Cameron, is actually, his real blood name is Campbell. So if you link the Campbells together, this is one of them. And on the land, that they're covered. They're very clever at covering who they are and coming back again and again to take title. Yeah, so that's really. I can go into great depth, but I think I'm just skipping over the top of really, at the time, the councils where Manukau, Mohi Manukau, was alive at 38. He's a Freemason for 50 years, so he knew what was going on, and he was the instrument to give me his authority to go to Westminster and take this story there. Okay, so, and I've kept this as proof that the ministers from Ratana Church came here and christened this there, but I took it away because they were going to smash it.
Could you hold that up and actually read what the plaque states?
Okay, it says here, e whakakororia kia...
A little bit louder, please.
E whakakororia kia iho o ngā mano matua tama wairua tapu me ngā ana hera pono me te mangai ai. Tohu whakamahara kia kawharu te tama a Kuata me ngā ere, the father of Kawharu. And then it's got a whakapā title, Nā Atua e Wā, who we call our Moai names, Aotea Waka or Aoraki, the mountain in South Island. And here we've got Tuatahi Whenua Taitara, the marae we just pointed out to you, where the authority comes from down in Ixom. And then we've got Oiraki, that's the mountain in South Island, that's the title.
Are these the wakas, the different
No,
wakas, or
these
just
are
the
the mountains.
Okay.
Aoraki is the mountain in the big mountain in South Island. Okay? And then you've got Raki, that's the Taranaki over here on Mount Egmont. And then you've got Te Heke, Tua, Rangi, Toka, that's up north, Napui, that's the mountains. Kira, Waikato, that's the Waikato Kainui. These are the titles, the mountains, the hills. And Manukau, up here on up the hill at Kawharu Point, at the Manukau Harbour settlement, Manukau settlement, and Kawharu, this chief Kawharu. So his father and his title to this hill. Okay, so and the spirit of the tapu that's placed on here because of the invasion, the alien, the chief customary title holder. So that's how the alienation of lands is responsible here.
So when they removed Chief Kawharu,
They hit him. Took him somewhere else and hid him.
And you know where his body's been hidden?
Yeah.
And where's that?
Well, we don't tell anybody.
Oh.
Because they'll go get him.
Oh.
Chop his head off and take it back to England. No.
Oh, okay.
So it was a mystery of where he went, and only those chiefs know where he went.
So they're protecting.
No.
Okay.
No Tree Hill. It was one Tree Hill, but there's no Tree Hill.
It's no Tree Hill.
Yeah, no Tree Hill.
And we're going to go to where the tree was, and you can tell a little story about.
Here.
Yeah. Well, let's go over there.
Yeah, the tree was down here.
Yeah, let's walk over there.
So the tree was here.
Wait, let's get situated. And then.
We got it here. And it was a tree that they planted. The immigrants, when they come from England, they bought their tree. They put it over here. Okay, it's supposed to be planted over here.
What type of tree was it? Do you know?
Well, it was one from foreign. It wasn't from here. It was a native tree. It was like a pine tree, one of the dreaded pine trees. Okay, and so all it did was it put their tree here. That's why they chopped it. That's why those people chiefs chopped it, because it says the tree don't belong here. See? So it really signified their connection to the land with the tree, right? Because they got the totoro tree, the kauri tree, all of the gum trees that they say are the big tangaro and all those tawhiri matea trees, the big trees, and those are the titles, okay? By the tree and the seed, tangaro and so forth. But they chopped them down to take something away.
Okay, good. And I just want to capture you in front of the obelisk too.
So you're going to have a read of what's written on there.
Okay.
But all that's going to do is just, you can do that afterwards. And it's dated. Okay, it's dated from the chief. Like I said, the chief's up the top looking down at this chief.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay?
And that's the Napui chief.
Yeah. He should have been, this one should have been up there, but that one's up. But the obelisk is not his. It's his. Okay?
Well, when you say his, you're saying Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell.
Right.
Campbell.
And not the Napui chief.
Yeah,
so could you, while I'm focusing this, could you please read what this states?
Okay, it says, this monument was erected in accordance with the will of the late Sir John Logan Campbell, KT. A towering obelisk should be erected on this site, the summit of Mauna Keke, as a permanent record of his administration for the achievements and the character of the great Maori. They invented the word Maori, they invented the word iwi, and that's their tribe, that's not ours. That
Who's
belongs
they?
to the Crown.
Who's they? The Crown.
The Crown invented in 1945, when the war was on, when they sent all the Maoris to war, they conjured up the name Maori. When they came back, they said, now you're Maori, and we're going to cut your land up, and we're going to get a Maori land court, Maori tribunal. You'll have to go there and get your land because we've got titles on it now. Okay? The only way you're going to get something out of it, you get a title because you've got no title. Okay? So these guys did that and to this land and put a title on it. And this guy came and bought it. Right? They bought it graveside, then dug it out. In 1938.
1938?
1938, round about then. That's when they dug it out.
Dug what out?
The chiefs.
The chiefs.
All buried here.
All the chiefs, not just
no, all of
chief...
them up the top, they're all the way down the hill. There's some more buried still there.
Okay.
Only these ones they took the top to put him the new chief.
So how many total chiefs do you think were did they remove?
Well, the main chief. Kafu's the main chief.
Kafu's the main chief, yeah.
But the other chiefs are buried here under this. You've got Tainui, they came later. Right? You've got Tainui, different claims to this hill. You'll see them in the Waitangi Tribunal claiming this hill. And that's those Maoris. The Maoris are claiming it because they speak the same language as the corporate queen, but they don't speak king title. They're going to scratch their head when they say, "Who's the king?" I said, "He's got one that got you here from England. Did you remember? They came from Devonport to Devonport. Remember that title?" I said, "Oh, we don't know." No, have a look. Where did you come from? How did you get here? Whose authority did you get here? What king or queen? Or was it something else? It might have been a pope that got you here. But certainly you came not by jumper, jeep. You came on a ship. Well, you're here. Right? So you had to get here. And you're holding on to a title from Australia, not from here. The government of Wellington is an Australian government caretaker. While we're trying to get our act together, to govern the place. Right? So I'm going there to get the authority to govern this place. But the people, not those guys who take everything for themselves and hide in the Netherlands and Philippines. Right? They got our trust, the Queen Victoria Trust.
Okay, and this is what we're going to go in more depth on this. So, King John, I just want to, we're getting past the 30-minute mark, so I just want to, at least we've been able to mark where the obelisk, the John Campbell, Sir John Campbell obelisk is, and how it removed the actual standing chiefs and the
native title holder.
The native title holder.
And puts the colonial title.
Puts the colonial title.
His memorial, not his memorial. And his grave. He puts his grave here.
Campbell puts
his memorial. So we're going to have a look at the memorial of Moai to look to this one. As being a land title.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the next we'll be going to another location and continue our story. King John, I appreciate you taking us here and bringing the plaque. As you said, you cannot leave it. The original plaque had been removed.
Yes.
This is a replica of the original plaque.
To bring the other one out.
And to bring the other one out. But you need to go to London.
To put the flag up. To put the flag up. To make it a flag legal so we can come back here and govern the place.
And so I know you said it's up to the people's decision what to do when you are successful in London. But what your vision is to reclaim the rights and reinstate the rights.
No, not reclaim. We're coming back to establish a history that was removed. Okay, not claim. We don't buy our land back. We never sold it. We're not allowed to sell land.
I guess reclaim your history, your original history, not the land.
History, that's right. And put the record straight.
Yes.
The record straight. Okay? That's how it is. The British owners, why it took you 200 years to get here? Because our people just found out. We want to find out how you did it. How did you possibly do it? And everybody, not just Maoris, you duped everybody around the world with what you did to us, you did to them. Americans, everybody. So I'm saying, we're the first point of contact of a valid, legal, legitimate, commercial, private contract title. Now, you can't go any higher than that. you go to court after that, and that's a Moai. Because truth. Tell the truth, nothing but the truth. And forbid me. Okay, so that's God's law is my word against yours. If you have anything better, let's see.
And on that, we will end this series, and we will meet up with you at another strategic location, which we will divulge.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, King John.
King John.